live now.
Where's your catchphrase?
Oh, yeah. Get me some lube and shave your pubes. It's time for Hey, Pal, what's new?
Get me some lube.
I don't know. I just came up with that out of my hoo-ha there. So welcome, everybody. It's good to be back.
It is.
You know something, John? I'm a little parched.
You know what, Greg? I'm a little parched, too. I'm gonna ASMR the fuck out of this shit.
Ready?
My little, woohoo, here it is. Ooh.
Oh.
This is my new official drink. I love this shit. I don't know if you've ever had Liquid Death Mountain Water, but here it goes. Ready? Oh, right in the mic. I'm going to go.
This is refreshing.
Refreshing. I was giving the advice of don't drink in the mic. As much as people like to hear like psh, of it opening.
Yeah, you don't want to be... Trust me, I was on the Designated Driver podcast for many an episode.
Got to keep that trope lubricated.
Yeah, well, I do love Liquid Death.
I mean, who doesn't love lube?
I mean, seriously. I mean, this stuff here. Now, I'm not a big water drinker. I like seltzer, but like plain water is. You know what it is? I don't like drinking out of a bottle.
Okay.
I'm all about cans. So when I heard that
I like me some cans too.
I'm all about the cans. So if they have a product of water that has a cool skull on it, and it's just water in a can that I can drink, let me tell you, delish.
Little product placement. They're not even a sponsor, but I would love them to be a sponsor. Because Liquid Death, I love Liquid Death water. I also love my Manscaped. We've talked about that before.
Yes.
I did get my razor in the mail today from Harry's. I don't know if you're familiar with Harry's shaving razors.
I have been a Dollar Shave Club member for, a long, long time.
Harry's, which I got my first Harry's razor at Target, has started like a Dollar Shave Club kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd give it a try. Not that I look like I'm shaving, but
yeah,
I'm not going to show you where I shave.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, Dollar Shave Club does have the ball spray.
You know what's annoying is that Harry specifically says not to be used on your head, but it doesn't say anything about my balls.
Well, that's fine. If you got to use it for your balls, use it for your balls, man. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Dollar Shave Club. That I've been trying to convert everybody to the ball spray because when I first heard about ball spray, I was like, whose testicles smell so rancid that they need a separate spray for it? But let me tell you, I put that stuff on every morning. My balls smell like a candy cane. It is delicious.
Well, post-COVID, I don't know what my balls or my feet smell like, or even my armpits. I can't even smell the cat box still.
Wow, really?
I count the cat box one as a plus.
Well, yeah, that's a pro. There's no cons. I mean, the cons... Unfortunately, maybe I'll put some ball spray on and you can smell my nuts. Just see if you get your COVID smells back.
Oh.
But, yeah, no, it's good to be back, everybody.
It is.
We're keeping it on point. We're keeping it on time here this time. So
we're at the GBR studios.
Yes, we're at GBR, as you can see on the beautiful stream. And
we'll be watching the chat.
Yes, we actually have a really big screen. Like I said, we're like fucking Joe Rogan now and shit. Except, way poorer.
And not jacked.
Yeah, and not jacked. And I have man tits. And, yeah. Oh, that feels good, actually. Anyway.
Your man tits?
Yeah. Just fondling myself. It feels special. But, yeah, we have this big screen up here where we can actually look at the chat. So if you guys are watching live on the stream, feel free to leave us a chat. We'll actually respond to it on this stream. So, yeah. Anyway, I think we could start with our Hey Pal, what's new? We all, you had a big part in my week this week, which we'll talk about.
Boy.
But
do we want to hit our caller first? This way he can.
Yeah. We have a special guest caller for the Man Pack
very
Putnam
special
County
guest
crew. It's a friend of ours that we've known for a very long time.
I watched this man's dad cut the balls off a cat in the basement, which was just.
That
As a teenager, I don't think so.
Yeah, we have lots of good stories with this young gentleman, and we're going to give him a call right now. Should we play the call theme song? Do you even have that?
I do. Where is it? Where is it?
You're supposed to be on point with this shit.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking. Oh God damn it! I failed you.
I just sit here and do this stupid shit, and he does it.
I have failed you. I don't remember where the caller one is.
It's no.
That's the back in the day.
That's the weird back in the day.
Yeah, we got all sorts of shit. I know I have it here somewhere because I downloaded it.
Yeah,
but I don't remember.
Oh, that's part of it. We can post those. We're just looking through my text right now, which is really,
Whitestone
really
Expressway.
Oh boy! Oh, there's our video
that got pulled off of. Where did that get?
Get pulled off of TikTok because it is talking about cocks. But
Barry Mangione commented, "I'll get to you, Barry. I'm looking for this fucking dude. Was it that far back? It can't have been that far back.
No, it was pretty far back. Do you want me to just text it to you now?
Maybe. Hold on. We're so professional.
We are seriously like a mess today.
I think I can do it this way. Info. Nope, not info. I can go down to files. Photos, links, documents.
Oh boy.
Yes. Back in the day. See all. Here we go. I thought you would. Yes.
Back in the day.
Here we go. Ready?
All right.
Hey, someone's on the phone. Well, then pick it up. Hey, someone's on the phone. Well, then pick it up. Hey, someone's on the phone. Well, then pick it up. Hey, someone's on the phone.
That is, I gotta load that to the soundboard. It's not on the soundboard, but we are now calling our. Oh, I hear it ring. Ring. The phone is ringing.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message
What the
system.
fuck?
3, 4,
Oh wait,
7.
turn it off.
What the? He didn't answer.
I'm gonna text him right
You
now.
cock smoking motherfucker.
Wow, we fucking played it. Maybe you'll put it on the soundboard now that we're while we're waiting.
I don't know if I could put it directly on there now, just because I have to. I don't want to mess up the recording or the stream out going live.
Yeah. All right, let's try this.
Hey, someone's on the phone.
Hey.
Pick it up. Hey, someone's on the phone. Let me see what Barry had to say. Hi. Oh, Manal said hi. Wait, where did Barry comment?
Hey, sweetheart.
Oh, Barry commented on something on Facebook. Oh, Manal's cake. God, I want to bury my. Never mind.
What? What cake? Which one? Oh wait, hold on.
Learning is fun.
No, it's not. Not when you're streaming live.
No, her teacher cake she made.
Oh, he just said try again. Like, all right, try now.
Ringy dingy dingy motherfucker.
Is this the Gilroy and Patakis residence?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. How are you? Long time no speak. It's been about, 10 minutes?
Yeah. We pre-screened this caller.
Yeah, we had to pre-screen this guy.
I'm Jeff from Miami.
Yeah.
Well, you know who this guy is so popular? He has a road named after him in Mayapack.
That's right.
Yeah,
Steiner
my
Drive.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Steiner on the phone. Hey, buddy, how are you?
It's great to see you guys, man.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Thanks for
Yeah,
calling.
yeah.
Thanks for calling in. We you had made some comments on the last podcast, and when we were talking about the famous Donger Deli video, which is up live on the YouTubes and the it got taken off of TikTok, but they're impartial to cocks.
And I think that same episode is the one that YouTube flagged and demonetized. Not that we have enough listeners, watchers to monetize, because I happen to play like 10 seconds of a BTS song. The Koreans came for us.
Oh, damn. You don't want to mess with the K-pop people.
Nope.
They'll fucking shank you. I watched Squid Game.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Oh,
Dude,
let's talk about
speaking of Squid Game, I did finish the whole thing, but we'll get to that later.
I still have yet to finish
Yeah.
the whole thing.
If we need, hey, I got an ASMR episode for you. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Jeff,
Could
were you
you-
just drinking Liquid Death?
Liquid Death? Is that
I
what?
am drinking. Actually, it's from the Von Trapp family from Austria. It's from Vermont.
Oh.
It's a style Pilsner.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the lagers, especially the Pilsner lagers.
Oh, very fancy.
I am.
I like
I'm
them
a
way
fan.
Yeah, I like them way too much. That's why I'm in the program.
Got to chill out on how much of a song I sing before they pop us off the
Hence,
air.
Liquid Death.
I'm a fancy lad like Chris Elliott.
Ooh,
From,
a fancy lad you are.
Well,
You're one of the most
look,
fancy
it's
lads, aren't you?
you know what's funny, Jeff? It's funny that, and for those of you who don't know, this is the one, the only Jeff Steiner, world traveler extraordinaire.
Yes.
For years, I watched you traipse all over the globe on your Facebook page. Didn't you live in Hawaii at one point too?
5 years, yeah.
Yeah. I have to credit you with introducing me to David Letterman.
Really?
He used to record it every night when I would go over his house and we'd sit in the basement watching David Letterman on videotape.
Oh, I thought you were actually. He introduced you to the actual David Letterman.
No, that would be Flo.
Oh, she did
I
that.
thought it was
He
my
lived right down the street from her.
Ah.
Yeah.
It all comes
I thought
out.
David Letterman was my father for a few years, but I was wrong.
Oh.
He just looked like my dad.
Does your dad look like a demented Santa Claus now? Because that's what he looks like. David Letterman.
Yeah, right? Hey.
Did you ever confront your mom about this?
No matter what he looks like. Yeah, I love his beard, matter of fact.
Yeah. So what do we?
But yeah, me and John used to watch Letterman together.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
Oh, you. Still
and
have
I
your
was
phone.
one of those kids that, was a very neglected kid parentally. So I would stay up all night and record, Letterman. And, I remember David Sanborn, up all night with David Sanborn when he would have like Sonic Youth on and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I would put it on videotape. And then I would share them around with the likes of my good friend John Fadakis.
That's nice. Yeah, God,
Yeah.
I remember, well, I mean, we all used to hang together. We have our other theme song, but we'll get back to that later. Back in the day, yeah, we used to all hang out together, the usual crew. We were trying to think of some stories about some of the stuff we used to do back then. I remember one time.
Did you say?
Oh, do it. I hear that.
Yes, we actually have themes now.
Nice.
Yeah. I remember one memory of my pal Jeff here was we were at my house in Indian Hill one day, and we were fucking high as shit.
When wasn't anybody at that Indian Hill residence not high as shit?
Yeah, and I forget who else we were with, Jeff, but I remember you had this great idea of what would happen if we took an egg and put it in the microwave.
Oh my God! I tell this story to my students.
So I had this.
Really?
I don't tell. I leave out the part where everybody was high as shit.
I mean we're all freaking really high, and I had this like Nestle Quick Rabbit cup, and you put the egg in the cup and put it in the microwave. Now the microwave I used to have was one of those with the dials. It wasn't like you just had to turn it like it was an egg timer. So we, no pun intended. So you turn the egg timer, and I remember your face being like so close to the door, being like, "Whoa, what's gonna happen?" And then, boom! Freaking thing just blows up, and there's fried egg everywhere. I think you fell on your ass.
It hit him in the face. The door blew open and hit him in the face because he's like a little kid, hands under his chin, watching the microwave, like, and also it's like beep, and it just blew up. The door flew open, hit you in the head, and you went back.
So yes, kids, don't put an egg in a microwave, especially if it's a Nestle Quick cup, because that thing wasn't even glass; it was like plastic.
But it was indestructible.
This is why I wear an eye patch to this day.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why they call you One-Eyed Willie.
I'll show you.
One-Eyed Stein.
One-Eyed Steiner, not to be confused with Red Eye.
Can I get the one-eyed Steiner, please?
Who's Red Eye?
That's a scrambled egg in a cup.
Yeah.
Red Eye was my albino corn snake that I had. John, I think you might have remembered that, but that's way going.
That's way back.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of the kid who used to always moon people and spread his cheeks. We used to call him Red Eye.
Oh.
What the hell was his name?
Oh, Andy Shore. You remember that? I wanted to bring up this story tonight. Rest in peace, Andy Shore.
Oh, I didn't know he passed.
I didn't know he passed. How'd he die?
How'd you
I
find
don't, I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these are friends who died.
These are people
friends
who
who died.
oh, we don't want to get demonetized for singing a little, carol there.
Oh, demonetize away.
Oh, right. We don't own the copyright to that song.
Fair use, fair use.
I remember we were around Carmel Plaza at one point,
Yep.
and it was me, you, and Greg, and Dave Live might have been there also.
The Shag.
And we got in some sort of scuffle with some kids, and they were chasing us.
Yep.
And as we were getting chased, Andy just stopped, dropped his drawers, and gave him a red eye and said, "Lick it, baby."
Yeah.
Lick it, baby.
He was a kid that, like, normally people would just drop their pants and just show their ass. He would open cheeks. So he would give
Oh,
you
yeah. It was, I was right next to him when it happened. And, yeah.
Yeah, he would show you the dream catcher.
The
Who drew the dream catcher?
Full dream catcher. Yeah.
I just remember that too because I was working somewhere and somebody drew, like, you have one of those whiteboards and somebody drew an asshole on the whiteboard, just doodling around it. And this gay as the day is long guy came in and went, "Oh my God, who drew the dream catcher?" I was like, weird. I never thought I had a feather sticking out of my asshole, but okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's where
Good old
dreams are made.
Yeah.
So tell us, Jeff, what's been going on with you? I know like we said, we haven't really talked in about 30 years or so.
30 years or so, yeah.
Yeah. Now you said you were up in Massachusetts.
Let's catch up.
Yeah.
I live in the beautiful Pioneer Valley of Massachusetts, Northampton, Amherst area.
Whoa, wait. Northampton?
Yeah.
I've taken trips up to Northampton to a little place up there.
I knew I saw you.
It's they usually have the cops standing out front
Okay.
to direct traffic and make sure no shenanigans go down. A little place called
That's
Nita.
probably because of
Neta.
the
Nita.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Nita, Jeff?
What is
Ooh.
Nita?
Nita, the dispensary?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the one that has the cops
Yeah.
prowling around all the time. Neta.
Yeah, Neta.
Yeah. That was my first dispensary.
They are way the fuck out there.
Are they?
It's a
Yeah.
direct run.
Better
It's
one.
like you go up and then just go fucking over.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so far, and then you discover, because all those places, like there's another place that all up and down Route 22 in Pauling, and all up and down 9G in like Highland and all. I mean 9G, 9 whatever in Highland and everything. They got the pass has the billboards
Okay.
all over the place. Hey, come to Massachusetts where we have weed.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, dude. There's another dispensary going up in Northampton next week. I go to one in Amherst. I'm a medical patient.
Okay.
I got my little card.
Your card carrying member? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm like a Shriner.
Local 406, baby.
Oh wow! All I could think of is fucking Jay and Silent Bob and fucking wow, who's that comedian? I want her to have my baby.
Yo, that's Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan and fucking
I'm
Jay
gonna
and Silent Bob.
I'm gonna get everybody pregnant.
That's the Jay and Silent
You
Bob.
remember when he did Astronaut Jones?
Astronaut Jones. Yeah. I just remember I'm Ryan Fellows.
Brian Fellow.
The Brotherhood of Dealers Union card, man.
Oh, wow! You can actually.
I'm
pick
local
one up.
305, man, North Hollywood.
Yeah,
My
Pumpkin
name
Escobar.
Pumpkin Escobar. Local 305, man. You.
Tracy Morgan is a treasure. I just love him.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that good. I had to look it up because you can buy the United California Brotherhood of Dealers Union Local 305 membership cards.
There you go.
Kevin Smith will sell anything.
Oh, he'll sell his mom if he thought he could. You want $5 for a dope dealer card? You could be in the Brotherhood.
Yeah, not like I can just print that off a line.
Look, man, we had our SAG cards, all right?
Yes.
Societies Against Guidoism.
Recently I was just trying to explain to a girl from the Czech Republic what Guidos were.
Oh. I feel like that's a New York thing too.
Yeah.
I think it's exclusively a New York thing, wearing their Cavaricis and fucking.
I told her the whole spiel, yeah. And she lives in the South Bronx right now.
Oh, really?
And I was like, you don't remember Capizio's, Cavaricis, and fucking. Oh, can we swear on the show? We can swear.
Say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, Cavaricis and just the battles.
Yeah, you go down to the Chess King and get yourself some fucking Drakkar in the War. Yeah, see in the
we
city.
had a friend that worked at Chess King. He was a manager.
Really?
That was John. You know who I'm talking about.
I might have.
He hung out with us. He went to Images with us, and
Oh wow, Images, yeah. I still pass by that barn mall. They actually redid the whole thing. They built it up, and it's now it's just office spaces and stuff. But
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, but yeah, the building's still there, believe it or not.
This is just so you know, Jeff. This is a song we can actually get away with playing.
1, 2, 3, yo!
Oh my god.
High quality.
High quality.
In the house.
Guido suck. Guido suck. Okay.
Permanent hangover in the house.
The end of that is
That's
Shagger
right.
Dave, and he's like, oh, they come here, like they come
Oh,
here.
I
Here you go.
Yeah. Look at all the food. Yeah.
Hoogaga. Yo, babe, can't do you right now. Gotta fix my hair. A bunch of weirdos.
What a bunch of weirdos. I remember that to this day.
They ride around in pink Trans Ams and hang around with sluts.
Well, actually, if you look at if you're on Spotify and you look up my name, I did re-record Preppy Bitch on my own.
You
No shit.
motherfucker.
I did.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I put it on one of my EPs. That and an epileptic song.
I do remember at like my 40th birthday party at that fucking Townie bar in Stormville, like trying to do some live versions of these songs, and I was so fucking hammered. I was just
we were
like,
all
What
hammered.
were we singing?
Oh, that was your 40th.
Yeah, I almost killed somebody at the back of that bar.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a bar fight going
Just
on?
for you.
It was a guy trying to like fucking basically, I to this day still want to say, and my wife will disagree, who was basically trying to get this like completely intoxicated girl to leave with him. And Daryl's girlfriend at the time was like trying to intervene, and the guy was giving her a hard time. And I was like, you motherfucker. And I just like lost my shit.
Yeah, because nothing says 40 as a good bar fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not bad to lose your shit once in a while.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so
Stay free. Stay free. Yeah, so what have I been doing?
yeah. What are you doing up there? What's going on?
Well, yeah. Well, you guys know I got kicked out of Manpack High School.
I didn't know you got
I
kicked
I
out
didn't
of
know
the
you
high
got
school.
Kicked out.
Dr. Phillips.
Dr.
Yeah.
Phillips.
Boys. Boys.
This is when the Gulf War One
Mhm.
started, and in homeroom, I just didn't want to stand up for the pledge, and teacher was cool with that for a little while, and then I would walk down the hallways, word caught quick, and when kids would see me in the hallway, they'd be like, Tommy. And I'm like, what? Yeah. And so my homeroom teacher said, I'm not going to get involved with this. I just want to know why you're not standing for the pledge. And I said, well, we just got into an illegal war. This is me at like 16.
Yeah,
A man ahead of his time.
You were like the Jane Fonda of Mayapack High School.
James Fonda, yeah.
And not talking
Getting
about the
warmer
Vietnam
than
War, it
all.
was more about the workout clothes. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. So she said that was fine, and she seemed cool with it. Same day, could you bring Jeffrey Steiner down to to Mr. Phillips?
Can you send Jeff Steiner down to Mr. Phillips'
office,
office, please?
And they said, well, Jeffrey, Mr. Phillips, this is my Mr. Phillips impression. Well, Jeffrey, I noticed you weren't standing for the pledge, and that's fine. Why? And I told him why, and he said, it's disruptive. And I said, I'm not doing it. I'm just sitting. I'm like taking a knee, like Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Kind of. I don't know. That's not fair.
You both have the same
anyway.
haircut. Continue.
Yeah, right. And then I got the letter in the mail, and my immediate response, because I was a big Joe Biafra fan at the time, and
Aren't we all?
like, yeah, John, you turned me on to the dead candidates after.
Look at that.
Oh, you turned everybody
Anyway.
on to DK.
I don't even know who turned. You know who turned?
I thought they were silly before you.
I couldn't tell you who turned me on to DK. I think it was I saw the album in. Well, we'll get back to that. Continue why you got thrown out of school.
Yeah. Okay. So, strongly suggested I leave, and I got a letter in the mail. And I went to my mom. I don't know why I did this, because she's, I was like, sue everybody. Let's go after them. And this isn't right. I'm just sitting here. And I can take the slings and arrows of being called a commie in class, even though most of the kids didn't even know what a commie was.
I think we were called worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, freaks. Yeah, all that stuff.
Have rocks thrown at you.
Yeah. Eggs.
We stuck together, though.
Yeah.
That's right.
We tried to. And we had Mr. Lou DiBella to throw down with anybody.
Lou DiBella?
Hey, Lou, you got
Anyhow.
So your mom wanted to sue?
No.
Oh, you
she
didn't tell her
want
because you were afraid she was going to sue?
No, I wanted to sue. That was me.
Yeah.
I'll sue all of you.
I'll sue everybody.
I'll sue everybody.
You know what it's like to be hurt.
Yeah.
I hate that.
So then what happened?
So I left.
And
You
what,
remember when I disappeared,
and
right?
what grade did you complete?
Well, I went to a private school for a little while. Up at, it was a Quaker school. And then
A Quaker school.
I
You mean the Quaker Oats?
ended up graduating from, I hope this is interesting to somebody
is.
out there. Okay. Ended up graduating from Mayapack High School with, but I went to Fox Meadow. Remember Fox Meadow?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
do.
okay.
Fox Ghetto.
I was going to say Fox Ghetto School.
Fights every day, man. Fights every day.
Oof.
And,
Living in the jungle.
Because I tell everybody the
Putnam
story
County
like,
jungle.
like my senior...
Peekskill kids, Yorktown kids, Mayapack kids.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
used to living in Peekskill, living in the jungle.
I tell the stories all the time. My senior year, like all the friends I had, like my closest friends were gone. Like Nina was like, well, I'll leave that to Nina to tell you where she was. But like Ellen left Mayapack and went to live with her parents in Connecticut.
Yep.
Anissa was in Walkabout. Walter basically dropped out and was like, I'm going to finish my couple of classes in night school.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Rob Lovi was like, fuck this shit, left and like drove around Europe on his motorcycle.
That sounds like
Yeah,
Rob.
Lovi.
Yeah.
I just talked to him. I just lent him like $60 a few weeks ago and paid me back.
Whoa.
Wait, what? Now I'm super intrigued. Rob freaking Jujitsu Lovi needs money. We should start a GoFundMe.
Oh no, I don't want
He'd probably karate chop you.
And then like Jeff was gone. I mean, I had Brian Rizzuto and Shagger, but like, and a couple other people, but my core that like I spent all my time with were just like gone. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna sit in the fucking corner of the class and just be quiet.
No, and John and I just split like quick.
Yeah.
scene part.
You just disappeared.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That
I
a
graduated.
lot of people. Where the fuck did Steiner go? Yeah.
And then your sister crashed into my car.
Oh, Jesus.
She T-boned, she
shit,
T-boned me
that's
at Union
right.
Valley.
That's right.
She was coming off that
Yeah.
road over where Fulmer Road is. What's that road that is that Sheer Hill?
Yeah, okay.
She was coming off of Sheer Hill, and I was driving on Croton Falls, and it's that spot where like you pull up and you're turning onto Croton Falls, and the people coming from town will always like stop and be like, "Oh, you can go ahead." And your sister was, I guess, watching the guy who was like, "Yeah, go ahead." And I'm driving by, and she didn't look my way and just pulled out and T-boned the car.
Oh, balls.
And it wasn't
That
my car.
sucks.
It was my dad's Buick Regal.
Buick
Oh,
Regal.
I remember that Regal. Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody when we were kids just drove like boats.
Oh yeah.
It was like Cadillac. I remember, didn't Brian have like a Cadillac?
And
Like it would
was
be
it
like driving in somebody's living room.
Was it a Cadillac or he had the Cadillac, or everybody had an Impala? That was the other one that everybody
Yeah.
had. My first car was that 1980 Ford Thunderbird. It was a fucking tank.
Yeah. Oh man,
Nice.
not to be confused with the Dobile.
Oh, my Ford Escort that I fucking took into a telephone pole head on.
Good times.
Me and Michelle, boom, right into a telephone pole.
Well, at least Michelle
My
was the one who
first
had
car
the
was-
Pinto,
Oh God.
No.
where you could see the gas tank in the back.
Yep. I remember driving that Pinto back on the fucking what was it, the West Side Highway that just curves and curves, and you'd be like taking turns in that thing. It's just like you're floating.
Yeah.
6 people in a Pinto. Yeah, good idea, guys.
Yeah. Hey, it's Kapak Street. I think that's Capick Street. No, it's Kapak Street. God damn it!
I'm kapocking at Kapak Street.
To this day, I still, when I'm on the West Side Highway and I see that sign, I go, Kapak Street. I remember that.
You ask my kids. I do the same thing. We drive down the street. I'm like, Kapak Street. We're kapocking at Kapak Street. They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, never mind. That, and I've even got my kids going, anybody want some grape drink? They all go grape drink.
Albert? Yeah, Mom?
So at least you have a high school diploma, which is more than most people can say. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I know some people don't have how to do GED because they tripped their Spanish teacher and tried to kill them.
Oh, wait, who was that?
Oh, they shall remain nameless, but you know who you are.
Comment
Was this
below.
No, it wasn't Mayapack. This is at Yorktown.
Oh.
I'm gonna catch shit from that person when I get home. What? Oh shit! I let the cat out of the bag.
Or
Oh, did somebody say cat?
Sure.
That was my poor wife, man. She was like getting up, and the teacher was like walking down the aisle, and she wasn't trying to trip the teacher, but the teacher didn't see her and like tripped over my wife. It was like, she tried to trip me, and they threw her out of school.
Wow.
Oh. shit.
Her senior
Wow.
year, her Spanish class senior year, and they're like, you're out of school. You tried to assault a teacher.
I was assaulted.
I was very badly injured.
Anybody got a Tylenol? Fucking stupidity. So yeah, man, good
I
times.
made it into college after that incident.
You
to let
did?
you know. Oh yeah. And then I dropped out after my freshman year,
Okay.
and I went to live in a tent in the Virgin Islands for like a year because I
Wow.
was like, this academic shit. That was my first travel.
Told you, man of the world.
Yeah, it was like watching freaking the Travel Channel on Jeff's Instagram.
Never mind Uncle Traveling Matt. It's Uncle Traveling Jeff.
Well, it's my career now. I'm a travel writer. I'm a traveling writer.
I'm trying to think some other crazy stuff that we did. You were the one that we hid in the bass drum case too, wasn't it?
Were you there? That was at Streets. and you
Yes,
were
that was
out.
at Streets because Up Front was
Yeah.
playing, and
Yep.
you were too young to get into the club. So Jim Eaton put you in his bass drum case and carried you into the building.
Yep, that's fun shit that you remember that.
I know.
Yeah, there was a big bouncer there, and he was just like a meathead.
Yeah.
He could have been a meathead, but he was a meathead. And as I originally tried to get in, he's like, no way you're getting in. You're just a little, 16-year-old kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Jim and the guys front They were like, Simon, just do this. You can do this. And we got in.
Mhm.
And the funny part was when they brought us backstage and they opened the bass drum case, and there was, a lot of people hanging out, a lot of bands hanging out. I think Murphy's Law was playing.
Yeah, and I
Yep.
think even that wasn't the same time that Scat played.
I don't
No. But anyway, so I pop out of this bass drum case, and everybody just fucking falls on the floor laughing. Like,
God, hold on. I got to mark that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do,
and then the bouncer, that big guy, caught me like in the crowd.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How did you get in here? I've been watching all the doors. How did you get in here?" And I was like, "If I tell you, will you let me say?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Bass drum case." And he's like, "All right, just don't cause any trouble."
Yeah.
I just want to see the rock show, man.
I know. It wasn't.
Yeah, just the rock and roll.
Yeah, that was the thing where it's just like, yeah, we were going to shows when it was like we were too young to go to
Too
shows,
young.
I guess. Yeah, you had to be like 18
Yeah.
and you still couldn't get in. Because you were like, what?
Yeah.
I think you're probably like 16 at that age.
I was, yeah. As I remember, I was 16 getting into that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many. It's funny, too. Like I said, living back here in the pack, I drive by that Italian-American club all the time. All those shows we used to go to there.
Fucking shows in that place. The bands that played there, that you're like, I can't believe they played there.
Yeah. Oh, ridiculous. And somebody had a video
Right.
of it somewhere. And it was, I mean, the Italian American Club is still there.
Yeah.
But now they have like karaoke night or something like that. But yeah, all those
Oh.
Italian American clubs and
We're
the
gonna do
VFWs and stuff
bingo.
like that. That's where you would see the best shows.
Yep.
And those were the good shows to go to because we were too young to go into like, a Streets or a Polos or whatever the hell it was,
TV, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
going
CBs
to
probably didn't.
I started going to ABC No Rio like about 16 when it was a different place. You had to climb down a ladder into a bit because it was in a squat.
Okay.
And you had to climb down the ladder to see the show. And I always remember thinking, how the fuck did they get all their equipment down there on a ladder?
It was amazing, all those bands back, all those hardcore bands back in the day where it was
Nausea and Citizen Fish I saw there,
yeah,
lots of good bands.
yeah, and it was always at some like shitty, but it was the smartest thing to do because I remember, doing shows at VFWs and stuff. You would just rent it for the day, and you would get a bunch of bands to play. And I know the Brady Bastards did it once where it was just I think it was a Polish American club, way out in Connecticut. But you would rent it, and it would be like, $300 for the day, and you'd get all your bands to play. You'd charge $10 at the door. You could have alcohol there, and we'd make all the money back and then some. And 10 people would show up. You'd make, or we would always make money on those shows. So I'm surprised you don't see that anymore. Or I guess they just,
Well, no, because
with
nowadays
insurance
it's
and
like, I was
liability.
going to say, it's like, you got to have insurance, you got to
You're
have
just
this.
Yeah, you see pictures of those Italian American shows where it was like packed to the fucking gills, with people just diving all over the place, people skateboarding outside.
Yeah.
It's a lost art, man. I don't know. I mean, you don't see that really that much anymore of like young
there
kids,
was,
like young kids for like my kids now are 15 and 13, so it's like they really don't have anywhere to kind of hang out.
No.
Yeah.
Where we always had Images, we had the hardcore shows at the VFWs,
At least up by me, they have a roller rink.
Yeah.
And Lou and I used to always go to, his dad drove us to the Anthrax in Norwalk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all the good hardcore bands. I mean, Agnostic, Cro-Mags, Sick of It All. Like back in the day. This,
Back in
we're
the
talking
day.
like-
Did you say back in the day?
Back in the days when I was young.
Damn it, we're old.
Yes, we have it on cue now. Thank goodness.
Well, I don't have it on cue. It's on my computer. I have to like jump over to it and turn it on. But
Yeah, that was an easy transition you did there.
Yeah.
Did
Well, it's
somebody
easy when
say
we're
back in the day?
A lot of stuff is back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's what this show's all about. Back in the day, that and hey, I heard this new thing. You should listen to it. You should watch this. You should.
Yeah, the other segment of the podcast. I mean, we like to have our old friends on, talk about old war stories like we did last time. But yeah, I mean, the rest of the show is pretty much just catching up on, shows, movies, anything that we're into that we kind of, because that's, you know how it is, Jeff. Like when we were younger, it was like there wasn't like the Google machines and stuff like that you can go look at stuff. It's like you heard of bands from either a T-shirt. Yeah, T-shirts were big. I mean, I got into the Circle Jerks because fucking Scott Ian from Anthrax had a Circle Jerk shirt. And I'm like, oh, what band is that? People's T-shirts at all those Italian American club gigs, and just from word of mouth, So
You mean back in the day? Hold on. Back in the day.
Back in the days when I was young.
Damn it, we're old.
Damn it, we're old. Back in the day, social media was actually socializing with people.
yeah, tape trading and
I think John can relate to this. What I'm going to say right now. We were big Metallica fans. John and I went to see Metallica together in '88.
Nice.
Yep.
With Andy Shore.
Oh my God, that's right. Did we leave him there? No.
Well, yeah, we left him there.
I was gonna say, I think I went to a concert. Did my brother come with us? And we left Andy at the. We're like, we can't find him. We're going home.
Oh, we used to do that all the time. How some of our friends made it back home. I remember we left Walter at Tuxedos once.
That show was in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, it was at the Mid Hudson Civic Center.
Really?
Yep. The Metal Church opening.
Yep.
Oh, Metal
And that's where I
Church.
saw with Joe Tama.
Mhm.
We went to go see Kiss there too.
At
Yeah,
Mid Hudson.
At Mid Hudson, me, Joe Tama. I think my brother came too.
Your brother just showed up at random places.
Ed was everywhere.
He loved his Bon Jovi, but
Jersey.
down in Jersey. Whoa. Yeah, God damn it. Yeah.
But
So
John, do you remember when we were outside of the concert afterwards? A guy, older kid, said, "Oh, I got a Metallica guitar pick. It was Kirk Hammett's," and I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's yours for $10." And I was like, "Okay." It wasn't.
It wasn't. It was his guitar pick he had in his pocket.
Yeah.
He was picking
Yeah,
his teeth the whole
exactly.
show with it.
Yeah, those bootleg
It was
T-shirts he used to get outside the concert. It was like, wait a second, freaking, Metallica didn't have light blue freaking jersey tees.
I'm just happy I got an actual Descendants guitar pick
Oh,
and a Descendants drumstick.
really?
I got a Metallica Bippy top.
Oh,
What is it?
a Bippy top?
What the hell's a Bippy top?
You know the T-shirts that they make that are really short. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
oh, like the
you
half
got
shirts?
the half shirt, the belly
yeah.
shirt. Hey,
Half
you guys want to go
shirt.
skateboarding? You have the tight shorts and the half shirt.
The Nike half shirt.
It's the 80s, man.
Yeah, what's my-
You're not cool unless you're showing off. You got a bare midriff.
or the mesh shirts. Remember those?
Oh, really lit the
You
nipples.
know, I
poked through.
watched the Bones Brigade videos, like some of the early ones from the 80s.
Okay,
There was a lot of homoeroticism going on there.
Oh,
absolutely.
It was the 80s.
Yeah, but back then it like sexuality and stuff like
Yeah.
that. People make a big deal out of it now.
Right.
Nobody questioned it. Nobody cared. You
Nope.
know, it was like I still
Oh,
remember.
bullshit. 80s, they cared.
Well, they cared, but it was like it wasn't.
You didn't advertise it.
You didn't advertise it. Yeah, like everybody, Boy George in the '80s was just like, oh, he's just a guy who likes to dress like a girl. No big deal.
And then he came out and everybody's like, wait, Boy George is gay? I can't believe it. Next
So-
thing you know, you're going to tell me Liberace's gay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or my favorite
Right.
one was we were watching some old Judas Priest concert, and
Oh
I
my
used to be in a band with these guys, the Garnsey brothers and all that. And Tom, you remember Tom
Brothers.
Moore? He
Tom
wa-
Moore, Matt Garnsey, and his older brother.
Yup,
Rob.
I love
Rob.
that song, Vindicted, for them.
Yeah, I was in that band for a long time. But God, I'm surprised I survived that band. There was enough freaking drugs and alcohol. But I remember
Really?
sitting.
Don't say.
Oh God, we were sitting at Tom's house.
VH1 behind.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
And then tragedy struck. No, I remember we were sitting there watching this Judas Priest video, this VHS tape. We're all just hanging out, of course, doing tons of drugs and alcohol. And I remember Tom just sitting there. Now, kind of give you a visual of Tom. He was about, I'd say maybe 3.5 bills, heavy.
Yeah.
Big guy. Big blonde mullet. Great guy. And I remember he used to always pick me up for practice in his big ass car, because we were talking about everybody had a big ass car.
Big
with a little his joint sticking out of his mouth, like just driving, like, come on, buddy, let's go. And we were sitting at his house and we're watching Judas Priest, and he just turns and he goes, fucking Rob Halford, he's so gay. And we're like, dude, what are you talking about? It's Rob Halford. He's the metal guy.
Priest.
There's no
Yeah,
way.
like, how dare you?
He called it in like 1990. We were all just like, dude, you're fucking nuts. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, he likes cock. I'm like, all right, like, he's like, look at the outfits he's wearing. I was like, come on, no, he's the metal god. He created that shit.
Right.
But yeah, he
What's
called
wrong
it out.
with wearing all these leather and spikes and
Yeah, and even Rob Halford said it in an interview. He's like, I got those outfits from going to like gay bondage shops.
From the Blue Oyster Bar.
Yeah.
How is it
Come on, everybody. It's scary that I know the whole song. If you go onto YouTube, there's a 10-minute loop of that song.
Oh God.
Yeah. Ask Daryl and Barry; they'll tell you.
When I was about 12 or 13, my mother comes into my room and she sees all my Judas Priest posters with Rob Halford with all his spikes and leather.
Yep.
And she's like, "Are they gay?" And I was like,
You take that back.
Don't talk about Rob Halford that way.
Take that back, Mom. Don't say that. That's Rob Halford.
Yeah, that's the guy that sings "Screaming for Vengeance."
Yeah, well, you listen to a lot of his lyrics now, and they make total sense. Grinder.
Oh my God!
Come on now.
How did we
What
not
was
know?
it?
Eat Me Alive.
Eat Me Alive. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Heading out to the highway. The Hershey Highway.
Heading out to the rest area.
Psst, psst.
The new one.
Tapping my toe.
Get that wide
That's a
stance and tap that
Gilroy.
toe. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Well, it was super cool hanging out with you and talking.
Yeah.
Listen, come back and
Kick
you have
me off.
you have carte blanche, but we got to pay some bills here. We got to talk about. We get some of this stuff going. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to think about like what can you plug? What can you promote? You doing anything? What are you watching?
You
What are
said you're a
seeing?
travel writer, so where
I'm
can
still
people
a
read your
travel
stuff?
writer. I'm working on publishing a book about Joe Strummer, actually.
Really?
Okay.
I was in London before COVID, and I went to check out like where all his squats were and when he was in the 101ers before the Clash, and also where the Clash recorded some of their earliest material. I'm a big Joe Strummer fan.
Yeah.
Full-
And, do you have
full
other
stop.
stuff published now, or is this something new that you're just starting?
I started about 4 years ago,
Okay.
5 years ago. But I mean, the traveling has always been there, and I've been writing about the traveling, and not sure whether to publish it or submit it or freelance it, and that's where I'm at right now.
Cool.
So-
Well, what's your Instagram? Tell everybody your Instagram post. We'll get you some followers on there.
I don't have an Instagram. Are you kidding
You don't
me?
have it any? Really?
Well, I do, but I never check it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, thanks for nothing.
Well, thanks for nothing.
Hey, man, we try, but definitely keep us in the loop of all the
I
stuff
want
that.
a pizza with nothing.
What's that?
I want a pizza with nothing.
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 Well, we will keep, when you find out what you're doing with that book, you let us know, because we'll let everybody know.
Yeah, we'll pick the hell out of it. We'll get you on here, and next time you make it out from for the Massachusetts, man. Come down live, and we'll shoot the shit, and we'll talk about your book and everything.
That would be fun.
Hey, man, anytime. It's so good to hear from you, bro.
All right, both of you guys, thank you for having me on. And,
Thanks for coming on.
Like I said, I love the podcast, and I'm going to keep spreading the word about you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Keep on keeping on.
Keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to hang up from people. I'm not good at that.
I
know.
You got to say, hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Oh, then you're supposed to hang up.
You know what?
Well, hey, Jeff.
Tom Sharpling will just wait till somebody's in the middle of a sentence and just go click.
Seemed like the most opportune time since he was like, yeah, I was talking in the middle of a sentence. Just hang up on. Okay, I'll take that cue.
There you go. But anyway, thank you so much, Jeff, for calling. It was great to catch up with you. It was awesome seeing you chatting on the live chat last week. So yeah, man, come down anytime you make it out of that Massachusetts. You come back down to the pack, man. We'll do a world tour and do a live podcast. So anyhow, what about the? So should we start about
what's new?
Our adventures from last week?
Yeah. Oh shit.
So anyway, did you want to go first? Is there anything new going on this week that you want to talk about?
I mean, I can be quick because most of what I got that's new is kind of pretty quick. First off, hold on. Let's see. I thought he was done, but
Can I help you, sir? Yes, what is this? Huh? This is whack! I can't get jiggy with this shit!
I thought you were dead.
Speaking of which, new Duran Duran.
Okay.
It's not bad.
All right.
I mean, it's Duran Duran. So
Yeah.
that's new music. I did listen to it. I mean, I'm not going to put it on in the car when I'm driving.
No.
I think I'm past. I don't think I was ever there. I think the only reason I ever listened to Duran Duran because it was everywhere, and certain girls liked it.
Well, I'm a huge Duran Duran fan. I like some of their older stuff, but
Exactly.
I mean, now it's I don't even know who's in. I know John Taylor's in it, and Simon, obviously, and Nick Rhodes, and I think that's it. Yeah, it's.
I'm not going out of my way.
No. I mean, they do knock out a hit or two once in a while. Like I said, I celebrate their back catalog, but I haven't really dived deep to that. I was actually talking about like our adventure on the Whitestone Expressway.
Oh my god.
So thank you to my my lovely co-host here. I got just to give you guys an update. If you listened last week, I did attend the Flute-Jack Librarian wedding last weekend in Cleveland, which was beautiful. It was great to see everybody. We had a nice group of people there. The wedding itself was awesome. The traveling. Now, I goofed on everybody.
Dude, that traveling was fucked from start to end. That's all I'm going to say.
It's all from fucking LaGuardia. Because let me tell you, LaGuardia sucks balls. And I'll say it right now. They suck dick. They were horrible. We got there. They had one person checking. Well, on the way there, we had one person checking in.
Ugh.
So my girl and I waited an hour just to get to the checkpoint. And this is my favorite part. I finally get to the check-in point. And I give her my license, and she looks at me and she goes, this boarding ticket says Greg Gilroy. Your license says Gregory Gilroy. I'm like, Greg is short for Gregory, you dumb fuck. She took a second and then went, whatever. Their gates are so far away.
Yep.
We missed our flight. I've never missed a flight in my life. We had to wait 4 hours. The flight itself was an hour. It took just as long to fly as it did for our friends to drive. But I digress. We had a great time at the wedding. It was great to see Daryl and Michelle. The band we should talk about that played at Daryl and Michelle's wedding is called The Mist. And I'm going to put some of their stuff on the Spotify playlist. They were fucking great.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to it. Because,
Yeah.
I didn't get to go.
I know you were sorely missed, but there was taco trucks and breweries and
Tacos.
I had some coffee with CBD in it. It was delicious. That wasn't at the wedding. I got that before we went. But so on the way back, so on the way back, Manal and I say, okay, we're gonna get there super early. We get on the plane. Plane goes, Cleveland there without a hitch. No big deal.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, we get to LaGuardia. First of all, the shuttle to take us back to parking took about an hour. We get there, and our tire is flat, completely flat in the garage.
But wait, Greg, it's a brand new car.
That's right. It was a brand new car. So I go over to fucking Mutt and Jeff over there, the three chuckleheads that were working there, and I said, dude, what the fuck? And they just looked at me and went, oh, it was like that when we got here.
I got a pizza the other day. I gotta go.
So and nowadays, they don't even give you a spare. They give you a fix-a-flat. So we did that. We get in the car. We drive. We're on the Whitestone Expressway, and then boom, tire was flat again, completely flat. We
pissing out that fucking gooey shit.
Yeah,
and I know because I touched the tire when we brought it to the shop.
Oh, you got a little bit of that jizz on there, right?
It was all over my hands.
Yeah, all over your face, neck, and chest, as they say. But yeah, so we stood there. We tried to get. Now the trick is if you don't have a spare, now they have to tow your car.
Yep.
And you can't ride with the tow truck guy because COVID. Plus, who wants to sit next to fucking large Marge as you're driving 3 hours to get back to your house? Anyway,
assuming
we're
a
stuck
tow
there
truck comes.
Yeah, the tow truck never came. We're there for hours. So finally, light goes off in my head, and I text my boy, and I said, "Hey, pal, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Nothing." I said, "You can you come down and pick us up?"
I dropped everything.
He did, and that's why I love this gentleman, because he dropped everything, drove 2 hours to get down to where we were. And we get there. We try to put the spare on. That didn't work.
My spare.
Yeah, the spare in John's car.
And I have a Honda US. She has a Jeep.
She has a Jeep.
I knew it wasn't going to fit.
No,
but I figured I'd try anyway.
Desperate times come for desperate measures. But we did see that there was a 24-hour tire repair place 2 miles from where we were. So John goes, "Come on," throws the tire in the car. Yep. They go over it. Now I'm sitting on the highway. Was waiting to get clipped. Watching The Walking Dead World Beyond, which I caught up for it. So, and something came out of it. They come back, brand new tire. Now, the tow would have cost us about $300 to tow it to back up to upstate.
Is that in addition to the fucking extortion fee she had to pay to the company for? Because you said she didn't have her insurance doesn't have roadside assistance. The dealership, when she bought the car, I guess the plan she got didn't have that roadside emergency assistance shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like everything just dropped out on me here.
No, I think we're good.
And then you said that she called the
They were
Jeep.
like, they were like,
and they were
okay.
like, "Oh, for $300, we can give you the program that gives you roadside assistance."
Yep.
And she paid for it.
Yep. But she got it back, though, because the tow truck never came. I mean, I was fucking screaming at these people. But we get the tire back on. So our buddy John here saved the day, as usual. And that's what we're talking about. Old friends, ride or die, motherfucker, ride or die.
And that's one of the things Kate always says. She goes, but see, that's one of the things I love about you is like when the people you care about need something, you'll drop everything and go help them.
Yeah.
I was like, but that's what it's about.
Yeah, that's what we've always done. And there's a lot of people that I know that would never like, well, you call your friend in the middle of the night. I was like, yeah, well, I first of all, I felt bad, but at the same time, what were we gonna do? Even if the tow truck did come, we would have been stuck on the side of the road. And I started looking at lifts, and then I was like, wait a second, let me just see what John's doing. So yeah, that was my fun-filled weekend.
Bueno.
Yeah.
And then I got to crash on your couch.
Yeah, which it's a very comfortable couch, isn't it? Yeah, it was good.
Nice and squishy like my ass.
You left like a thief in the night.
That's
you
how
you folded up your blankets and everything, and it was like you were never here. But yeah,
I'm a good house guest because I feel like, when push comes to shove and weather down in the old pack is shitty and I'm at school and I'm like, I'm not driving all the way back up to Poughkeepsie. I'm like, can I stay on your couch again tonight?
Of course. Mi casa, su casa. You know that.
My wife and I always joke, like, we'll just buy a house in Pennsylvania and then, like, go to work Monday, crash here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then go back home Friday.
There you go. I told you we'll get 2 little hammocks. We'll be like Gilligan and the Skipper.
Hey, little buddy.
Hey, just don't fart because I'm going to be under here because I'm the skipper, obviously. So yeah, that was our big weekend. I just wanted to get that through. So it's interesting that you found the music thing. I looked on Spotify. I didn't find anything, but I will say, Squid Game update. I finished it, and it was damn good.
Oh,
it was
shit, now I have to finish it.
You know what it is, and it was funny because I was hanging out with my daughters yesterday, and they watched it. They watched the whole thing, and they were like, "Dad, did you finish watching it?" I said, "No, I'm almost to about episode 6." And they said, "Episode 6? That's the one you have to watch. That is the one that's gonna get you." And I was like, "Okay."
Maybe I'll go home and binge the rest of it tonight.
I can't. You know what's so funny is that next week, I don't know. I can put it on the. I'll put it on the video cam here. I sent this to my girls because after I saw it, I said, "Hey, listen, I checked out the Squid Game. I finished it. It was awesome." I said, "They're coming over next week." I said, "Can we buy these outfits and wear all? How cool would that be?" They have on Amazon. You can buy the
Send me that link.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you. It basically they have all the Squid Game stuff on there, but you can get the outfits, the jumpsuits.
Okay.
I said, how cool would that be? Me and my 2 daughters dressed up in freaking Squid Game jumpsuits. You could even get the pink outfits with the masks and everything. I was like, oh, let me see. And this would actually be something that I would wear. So yeah, you just go onto Amazon and you look at Squid Game costumes.
Costumes or those pajamas?
Just do Squid Game. See right up top there, Squid Game costume.
And is this it?
There? Yep. There's that one.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me share this. Let me pop this over here. Oops! What the fuck is going on?
Oh, you got all kinds.
You
of
keep talking. I'm gonna pull this shit up.
Yeah. So anyway, the Squid Game, like I said, in the beginning, I know on past episodes, I was at episode 2, and I was like, I hope this gets better because this is just. But it does. It gets really. It was. I really enjoyed it. So this weekend, I think since I am just chilling here for the weekend and don't have anything to do, I'm definitely going to be checking out Dune.
I watched Dune a while back.
Oh, okay.
So good.
Argue the pirates.
I said I really liked it, but I loved the book too.
Yeah. See,
it's only half the story.
Yeah, well, they said it's part 1, and I've never read the books. I did see the David Lynch one like ages ago. Don't remember much of it, but I'm interested, to see what the hype is about. And I think we're gonna have a double feature, maybe Halloween Kills, if I get to it.
I tried to get. I just didn't have the time to get to it.
Yeah. The only thing I really did get to was the Squid Game, which I was very excited. I at the end, I was just like, wow. And the ending, I'm not going to spoil it. The ending does kind of suck. I'm like, this is kind of stupid.
Is that why they're talking like Squid Game 2?
Oh, yeah. They set it up for a sequel, like fucking.
Let's see if I can get this up here on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Chitlin.
Oh, right there. Yeah, that's one of them.
Let me quickly transition this then. And
Transition.
boom. For those people watching live, that's what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. And they have all the different numbers. They have the T-shirts. They have the pink outfits with the black masks, all that stuff. So I'm sure this Halloween there's going to be 100 people.
Squid gamers everywhere.
There's going to be Squid gamers all over the place, but it was really good. Other than that, really, those, Dune and Halloween Kills are 2 that I've been you know what? One thing I did start watching, it's been out for a while, but Manal and I have been watching You. Not you personally.
I bet you are.
We've been watching the show You. They're on their 3rd season.
Right.
Have you watched that at all?
Nope. I know in season 2, there's a whole scene that's like they go to Lake Mayapack.
Oh, that's right. I didn't watch that part. See, you know what is funny? We watched season 1.
Okay.
because my girl's really into it. And she's like, season 3 starting. I want to she wanted me to get into it. So I said, all right. So we got through all season 1, and then season 3 started. So I just skipped season 2. I just watched one of those recap things.
Okay.
It to me, it reminds me. I joke and I call it Dexter Light. Because it's kind of like that.
Well, that's coming back.
Yeah, serial killer type. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. Yeah.
Anyway,
they have to retcon that whole ending of Dexter.
Well, apparently he goes away to some town, pretend to be someone else, and then fucking. If you've watched the trailer for it, his son shows up.
Yeah. Harrison or whatever his name was.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you've seen the ending of Dexter, the original. It was a lot of people hated it. It was kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So at least now they're retconning it, which is cool.
It's like all the last season of fucking Game of Thrones. Can I get a redo?
Oh shit! Yeah. So I mean, the rest of you just got impaled by your freaking microphone.
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, we started watching you. Now I get the freaking Kiss song stuck in my head. Man, I'm just fucking all over the place. Anyway, you season 3 started watching it. It's good. Like I said, I joked on it before. It's like Dexter Light. He's kind of the fucking weird stalker, and there's a lot of memes going on around there. Which is like he's always stalking these women, and you know how he disguises himself? He puts a hat on. It's just like, dude, nobody's fucking. You're not fooling anybody.
There was some show I was watching recently where the guy goes out and he's wearing a hat, and she goes, "You think people are going to recognize you? That's just you in a hat."
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But the show's still good. It's really interesting. So we got to finish watching that. But you said you had some other stuff too.
Well, I mean, it's new, but it's not new. There was we played that Coldplay BTS thing, which is how we got one episode demonetized. But the full album came out, and all I got to say about that is it's Coldplay.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you're down for the Coldplay,
I was thoroughly disappointed by the lockdown sessions.
Lockdown sessions?
Oh, God help me. The new Elton John.
Oh.
Some new songs, some covers, but it's like him collaborating with like all these people. I couldn't.
Yeah, no. I saw the cover. I was just... it was like I was saying, my new release thing and my discover in Spotify has just been like all older artists,
Right.
The Stones came out with Tattoo You, some anniversary one, Let It Be from the Beatles. I was like,
they
what
did
is
the
this,
whole
fucking
remastered
1968? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they remastered the whole thing. That's what that is.
Yeah.
To Let It Be. I was like, I was all ready to like, let me listen to it. Maybe, and I'm like, oh, it's just a remaster.
Yeah, and hashtag hot take. The Beatles are awesome, but like, Let It Be. What I listened to it and I was just like, it's not one of my favorite records.
No, I love Revolver.
I mean, my favorite was always not Sgt. Pepper, Magical Mystery Tour.
The Tragical History Tour. What?
Yeah. But and then obviously Abbey Road and stuff like that. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, they're really looking at the music stuff that was out there this week. I didn't see anything pop specifically, at least none that I could talk about.
I did watch both episodes, the one from last night and last week because we talked about it, of Day of the Dead.
How was that?
It's SyFy.
Okay.
So it's got that campiness to it. And then I will share something I was watching it. My mom came over. She's like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "I'm watching Day of the Dead, the zombie." And she's like, "Oh."
Mm-hmm.
But it's got that campiness. I don't like, and again, maybe I'm they're shooting the shit out of the zombies and like they cut off a zombie's arm and the arm keeps going.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I get that, as long as the head's still attached and in one piece, you got some it's still animated, but like they're in a morgue in a funeral home.
Okay.
And like someone there's clicking from in the door, and the guy hits the thing. He's like, "Oh, that'll stop it." And an arm comes out, and they go, "Oh shit!" And they slam it. The arm hits the floor, and you watch the arm just like crawl away, like fucking Cousin It.
What is
Not
it,
Cousin
fucking
It, like
salamander?
Things. Yeah, like Things from fucking Addams Family. I was like, and then like they shoot the zombies, and they don't stop them. Like even in the head, they shoot them, and nothing happens.
Really?
Yeah, I can't deal with that. But my mom's like, "Oh, that's really weird," and I didn't realize it. But like, the main characters on the show are all fucking those people that are in every Hallmark Channel movie,
Oh, really?
which should tell you something about the quality of what you're getting from this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say I haven't watched that yet, but after that glowing review, I probably won't. But I have watched. I did watch episode 2 of Chucky. I watched both of them.
I watched the second one too.
Very good so far. Very nice. Very
Wonder where that's gonna go.
Yeah, right. But interesting enough too is there is a series on AMC that I've been watching that I did want to talk about on this episode. It's another season of it, so there's a couple of seasons out. But since it's the Halloween season, you might want to go back and watch some of the other episodes. Eli Roth has a show on AMC.
Okay.
It's Eli Roth's History of Horror.
Oh. I feel like I saw something about that.
It's been on for a few years, but they just, every October they start a new season.
Okay.
And every episode they break down movie type genres. Like today I watched, it was all about, apocalypse movies. One was, they did a whole thing. They actually did 2-part episodes on slasher films. Then they do into the vampire films. Like, he breaks down the history of all these different types of horror movies. There's a possession one, so obviously there's Exorcist and all that stuff. But, like, if you're a true horror fan, they put on a lot of really good clips. They got really cool people that they interview on it. Check it out. Even if you got to go back, it's not like it's a current thing, so you can go back. I was actually thinking about watching some of the earlier seasons with some of those other ones just to kind of catch up, because it's something you could just throw on every Halloween.
Right.
I think what was the one that used to do it? It wasn't AMC. They used to do 100 greatest horror movie scenes every year. It was Bravo. Bravo did that too, and I love watching that. And it's just like 100 greatest horror movies, in Halloween. So it is spooky season, John. So we can get into the spooky season type stuff. But yeah, I would recommend definitely Eli Roth's History of Horror. Chucky was a good one.
No new TV shows I watch other than episodes of shows.
Yeah, I've been catching up to some of the other ones that we were doing.
I did listen to, there's someone I work with. He's got a podcast called the Multiverse Fancast.
Ooh.
And they just do pure comic book stuff on there.
Nice.
And when we were in our little COVID drought, so you guys should check that out. But like during the COVID drought, what they did was they went back and watched like movies like, what the fuck is the name of that movie? It was so bad.
It was that thing with that
it's the guy who was in that fucking, oh my God, Harvey Specter. He's in that law show. And they just watched movies and then talked about them. Even like they did an episode on Green Lantern.
Oh, okay.
And tore it apart.
Oh, yeah.
But now that we're back full swing, they do a lot of like what's going on currently on shows and stuff that's coming out.
Okay.
And stuff that's really out. They're going to be doing interviewing guests, which I don't know. We talked about earlier, you and I, off air about whether or not we want to start trying to get actual guests to talk to.
Yeah.
It's a good podcast. I got caught up on it, and I used it kind of as a way to like, I want to rewatch that movie. I haven't watched it in a while, so I'll watch the movie that they do, and then listen to the episode.
Yeah, and that was kind of cool about the Eli Roth thing too, is that you start to see clips of these movies, and you're like, shit, I haven't seen The Prowler in like forever. Maybe I should watch that. But yeah, what is the name of the podcast? It's the Multiverse.
The Multiverse Fancast.
The Multiverse Fancast.
Yeah, well, I'll pop a link on the video.
Yeah.
On the audio and in the video description later when we go back and edit it.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, the only other thing I had was this was a very busy week for trailers.
Yes.
I know we don't go down this hole, but like the DC Fancast, and they actually, Multiverse Fancast, I haven't listened to it yet, has a whole episode about the DC Fancast.
Yeah, it was DC Fandome.
Yeah, I'll give you some Fandome.
Yeah.
The fucking Batman trailer.
Holy
shit.
Now we all knew Pattinson was, he's playing the gothy emo Bruce Wayne.
You can't see, but I got goosebumps, man.
Yeah, I mean, it looks it looks damn good. I mean, Matt Reeves did it, who does all the he did all the Planet of the Apes movies. I mean, it just looks. I mean, it. I heard somebody else talking about it recently, where they say like, you would think at this point, all these Batmans that we've seen,
Right.
They always have a way of changing it up a little bit, so it's not the same old stuff. I mean, you have your goofy, and I'm a fan of Batman. Everything from '66 Batman, Adam West, all the way to Batfleck and all that shit. So
Batfleck, how's it going?
Oh, Batfleck. But yeah, that Colin Farrell, I can't even.
I didn't recognize him.
No, and he's like totally chewing the scenery. To me, it reminds me of if Batman was in Seven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what I like about it is it looks like it's going to be the movie that really is like, what you would imagine what it would really be like. Like Bruce Wayne, like, look, I got all this money, but I don't want people to know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be like make it seem like I'm just some fucking everyday schmo dressing up in an outfit and fucking going out and kicking ass and shit. And can I just say that God, I'm going to go to hell for this. But the fucking Batmobile in this one is what I imagine a Batmobile would be. Take a fucking beefy muscle car and turn it into a fucking tank without changing too much about the car.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like this super robotic tumbler tank thing like that. It's just...
Or even the fucking Batman 89 with like a 10-foot long with wings kind of Batmobile. This is just like a black muscle car that's got all the bells and whistles. Not again, Michael Keaton Batmobile classic. I've got the Lego set of it, of course.
And the front does look like a clit, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't know. What's the clit? The clit's a myth. We are the clit. That was good. That trailer I'm psyched. The Flash trailer.
Yes.
Well, it's not even a trailer. I think it's just a teaser.
Speaking of 89 Batman, yeah, that's old Mikey Keaton in there. Yeah, so we're going to get some of that. There's going to be fucking Batmans everywhere.
At the end of it, when they're like, it's not the Flash trailer is narrated by Keaton.
Yeah.
And then they show you the back of his head, and it's like, that's him. And then at the end, when he goes to pull the fucking sheet off the thing, he goes, "Oh my, are you kidding?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the Batmobile.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not a huge Flash fan. I think Ezra Miller did a good job.
Yeah.
In the Justice League movies. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get me into a Flash movie, throwing multiple Batmans, I'm down. I'm down for it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Grant Gustin Flash from the Berlanti verse.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're basically doing Flashpoint.
Yeah, which is probably one of my favorite Flash stories.
Yep.
The animated one, I don't know if you ever watched it on Netflix. Is it? They did. I mean, DC just keeps fucking animating all those stories.
Yeah,
and
if you have HBO Max, there's a ton of.
It's hit or miss. Where Killing Joke was just. Are you fine?
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, Killing Joke, it's rated R." I'm like, because. Yeah,
and the Flashpoint animated, it was good.
Yeah,
it wasn't horrible, but
the Dark Knight Returns one that's on the DC one, the anime, that one's actually good.
Is it?
Part 1 and Part 2?
I'll have to check it.
And I've been meaning to watch the Long Halloween because that's a really good run of Batman. They have that animated now. Yeah, I'm kind of weird with animated movies. Like, I'm not, besides Into the Spider-Verse, which was amazing. Not too many animated movies I don't get into, but
the Uncharted trailer, did you see that? I don't know if you're familiar with Uncharted, the video game series.
I know that Tom Holland's doing it.
And Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, it's a fucking boulder, yo.
As Manny said, he's like, I fucking gave up on Mark Wahlberg after Transformers.
It's a fucking Transformer.
What, are you telling me that's fucking Optimus Prime?
Optimus Prime, kid. It's a fucking Transformer.
He was just so horrible, and then I was just like, oh.
We all love Marky Mark. Rock star. Basketball Diaries. He was amazing in Basketball Diaries. Of course. With Leo. Yeah, everything else is just like, no, I'll give him The Departed. Because he was the only one who actually.
Firefighter.
Yeah, you fucking You want to be a cop? Are you going to be a corp? He was the only one that had that movie, which I adore. You have Marky Mark, who actually has a Saudi accent.
Right.
I think it was him. Alec Baldwin actually did a really good one, but
Alec Baldwin just shot the director of the movie I'm working on. Alec Baldwin. I just killed someone.
I
Alec
shouldn't
Baldwin.
be laughing, but yeah,
You shouldn't be laughing. It's fucking horribly tragic, but right there is rule one of don't fuck around with the guns on set. And we learned nothing.
Yeah, and also at this point, it's 2021. Are we still shooting blanks? Can't we just CGI that? Yeah, me too. Skeet. But yeah, I mean, at this point, can't you just fucking CGI that shit and just everybody running around with rubber guns going pew pew pew?
I'm gonna be real interested to see that whole story when it fucking finally comes out. What actually happened?
Yeah,
but it has to be. There's no way that happens without someone's fucking around with, a gun. I'm not even gonna say prop gun because
no, it was a gun.
A prop gun is a gun that is like a solid plastic fucking gun that looks like a real gun that you can't pull the trigger, you can't do anything. It's just for show.
Yeah, they have I heard somebody explain it where when they're doing the blocking and the blocking for these things, they have rubber guns,
right?
Basically, so they're it's only when they when the cameras go on, they go and the prop guy does say we have a hot gun here,
right?
So everybody should be on point. I mean, we learned from fucking Brandon Lee at this point.
Brandon Lee, the fucking what the hell was that time travel show when we were younger? That the main beefcake guy was fucking around with a prop gun, air quotes prop gun, and he put it up to his head and pulled the trigger, and the fucking cotton wadding went right into his temple and killed him.
Oh yeah. So it is a tragic thing, but what was even just as tragic is Leonardo DiCaprio's Boston accent.
Oh, God.
In that movie. Or even, the great freaking Jack Nicholson. It was kind of off and on,
Yep.
If I tell you to bury somebody in the marsh, bury him in the fucking marsh.
The only thing worse than that is fucking Kevin Costner's English accent in fucking Robin Hood. That he loses 10 seconds in the movie. I think the first 5 minutes got an a British accent, English accent, whatever, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Oh yeah. Well, I always used to say the scariest thing about Bram Stoker's Dracula movie was what's his face's attempt at a British accent.
Keanu. Yeah.
Whoa.
The only other thing...
Don't bite me, Dracula.
One more trailer that I watched that this is going to go over 90% of the people's heads. Because I will admit that I've never even watched the anime of it, but watching the trailer for the live action movie that's coming out made me think, maybe I want to watch the anime. Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I haven't watched the trailer for that yet. I have heard good things.
It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And... the main character, the actor, he even admitted, he's like, I'm way too old to be playing this role.
Yeah.
Which sparked a whole conversation with my students about that. People in movies that are way too old for the role. And I'm not going to say who it was. One of my students pointed out, because I even pointed to Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah, that's been the controversy going around lately.
And I get that he's the original from the Broadway, the off-Broadway, really. And when you listen to the soundtrack, it's him. But Ben Platt, yeah. She pointed out, she's like, here's the problem. They put him in there at his age and surrounded him by actors that are much younger. If they had tried to pass off older actors as high school kids, it might have been better. But the fact that every one of the other people in that movie is so much younger makes it that much worse.
Well, yeah, it's nowadays, it's... we're more conscious of it. I mean, in the 70s and 80s, it was like Grease. Come on, those guys were not fucking high school kids.
No.
Or Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man. Yeah. It's just we kind of gave it a pass.
Yeah.
But now everybody's just so critical of it. He doesn't look like high school. It's I get it does. It's kind of off-putting.
And I get why they do it in Hollywood. The reason, and for those who don't know, the reason they do it is there's very strict rules and laws about how, and rightfully so, how child actors are used.
Yeah.
And they have very limited time and how much time they could spend on set, and they have to do schooling and everything during production. But they'll always put out 18 plus who could pass as a high school kid
Yep.
so that they can keep them there all day. And they don't have to worry about like child labor laws and stuff
Yep.
like that. But at least make an effort.
Yeah, I used to always laugh at that stuff like Grease and all that. That always cracks me up. But we gave it a pass back then. Nowadays, we're a little bit more tough on it.
You're not
but,
getting away with that.
No, same thing with like.
So
you
check
said,
out that Cowboy Bebop trailer. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was an anime at first. Now it's live action.
Yep.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was a comic book, but I
It might have been
think it.
You
I
mean
think it was Jap. It's like
manga. Manga.
No, there's no.
It's
tentacles.
definitely not hentai. No, that's hentai.
Oh, that's hentai. I always
Yeah.
get.
Come
those
on, get it
confused.
right. Hentai is like animated.
Which is the ones with the tentacles in the pussy? That's
That's-
hentai.
Hentai is anime porn.
Okay.
And then there's manga, which is the books. The books. And then straight up anime is just the manga is, animated cartoons without all the.
I never got into anime or hentai or it doesn't.
I never fully got into it, but, having kids who are into it, you start like, oh, okay, I got to check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just it's not what I think. Like, look, I won't watch animated stuff of freaking Batman. So why would I watch?
Well, slow down. Batman the Animated Series. Hold on. Was that out when like we were living together?
I think so.
I remember coming home just watching that like every day.
It was
so
the
good.
90s, right?
I think so. Oh, now I gotta look it up.
Maybe it was like early 2000. Because I know we were living in Cold Spring in the like early 2000s or something like that.
Batman the Animated Series.
Wikipedia.
But I'm even talking about
shit.
the one. This is like I think pre Mark. Was Mark Hamill the Joker though? In the
Yeah, he was.
Those old ones too.
Yep.
Let's see what years. What years, people? Come on. 92 to 95. So no.
No.
But it was probably on a reruns that I would come home every day and watch it.
Yeah. You get that little
Move
dry
away to-
jizz out of your throat there, pal.
Where's my liquid? Oh my God! Why does this keep doing?
Oh,
this?
did you say you were thirsty?
I am.
Well, let me
I'm a little
quench
empty.
your thirst with a little liquid death.
Why is this full screen now? I don't want this full screen.
I don't know. But yeah, where are we at time wise, man? I think we
134.
all right, we've done it. We've done it again. A little mellow, a little laid back episode this time.
A lot of Jeff.
Yeah, a lot of Jeff. Thank you to Jeff Steiner for coming on the pod. So we'll be So the things that
I think
we
what is it next week? We're going to do the a countdown kind of episode.
Yes, we're gonna do some ranking. Oh, actually, no,
I'm
not
so
ranking,
rank.
but more. So I have to work on that one. Oh, so rank. We're gonna
so
start
rank.
talking about movies like sequels that were better than the original.
That's right.
We'll start doing some ranking stuff like that too about some of the Spider-Man movies and some of the other stuff that we talked about. But we're gonna have that going on for next week. We're gonna give that a shot, see how that goes. Since it's been pretty quiet as far as new music, new movies and stuff. So we're gonna try to deviate a little bit and go over some more ranking stuff or stuff like that that's been out for a while. But yeah, we just want to say thank you to everybody who's been listening. Like I said, download the podcast. We're on Apple.
Like,
we're
subscribe,
on,
review.
Yep.
I even gave my wife shit because she hasn't even gone on like iTunes or Spotify and done like a review.
Yeah, you guys got to do
Can't
some
you
reviews,
fucking
man.
help? Can't
Look,
you help
we
me
got
out?
new merch on the merch page. Not only do we have the Water Wing shirts, which you can get, we put out the Donger Deli shirts.
I want
So-
a Donger Deli shirt that's got like the whole thing on the front that's like.
Yeah, well, we got to work on
Figure
that
out
design.
how to get that on there.
Yeah. Well, I tried to stretch it out, and it just it was too poor of a quality. I gotta mess with it. But yeah, we got hopefully we'll do what was that, Tommy Toupee?
Tom, I'd like to pay for this. And I don't know if we have that new logo too that we got to look at.
Yeah. So we got some merch coming.
Trying to polish this turd up a little bit.
That's right, pal. Yeah, so we got a whole bunch of stuff on there. So go pick up a T-shirt, a mug, or a sticker. Support this podcast. We love doing it. We're a little tired today, but you know what? We're getting it done. We're getting it done right. So
the grind is real.
thanks to Jeff again, and Yeah, I think that's it, man.
All right.
All right.
Seacrest out.
Yeah.